Okay, folks, so I think I got this working. Um, Looks like the Facebook live stream didn't want to play out.
Right.
So let's see how this works.
Yep.
Authentication expired. Hold on.
Okay.
Looks like YouTube may also be giving me some fits. But we'll see. Alright, so it says I'm streaming. Alright.
Yep.
So we are currently looking at the
middle.
moon. So I changed some settings, so I'm trying to get our live view up. Hold Okay, so it's drifted a little bit, but we're doing okay-ish. On a random surprise, you might get distant. Hold on a second. And there's my lovely assistant.
Yeah. Don't I look pretty, folks?
All right. So, as we can see, we're looking at the moon. The air is a little unstable tonight. However, my neighbor cut down all their trees in their backyard. So I now have a view to the northwest down to about 10 degrees, so I can pick up Mercury, and if I'm lucky, I'll be able to pick up Comet Swan.
Yeah. Cause, astronomy is so fun. Cause look at all. Cause can't you see this is my beautiful house? I also have some picture frames in the living room and some in the hallway and one next to the dining room. Cause actually, make sure not to. Cause
Looks like somebody wants to ramble a little bit. All right, hold on, folks. So there, move the moon a little bit more into frame. I captured about 5,000 frames of this earlier, so we'll see how this goes. I will end up stacking it and processing it. And right now, this is a cropped view using my Rubinar, and I got the secondary corrective optic not in it right now, so this gets me down to about a focal ratio of about a 4.8. It looks like I lost the description, so I'll correct that later. All right, folks. Let's see about picking another target. Let me look around, see what I can find. Now, I don't know if we'll get it, but let's try to hit crab globular. That's just a little bit off of the moon. Should be just
Look.
above the rooftop. Why are you poking on me? All right, let's see if we can hit crab globular with and actually be able to pick it up while the moon's there. So hopefully we'll be able to pick up M4. Looks like still behind the tree. Clearing up a little bit. Hopefully. Hopefully. All right. Right now I'm just doing 5-second subs, so we'll see how this goes. There we go. Now, hopefully we can clear the tree here in a little bit and be able to pick this up a little better. Now, I am not monitoring chat right now. I do not have my secondary display set up so that I can watch chat, and I got 5 different programs open right now, so I'll try to keep up with chat occasionally, but I can't guarantee anything. Now I'm going to extend the exposure a little bit more. As you can see, we got a nice healthy bit of sky glow coming in off the moon. Now, as far as the field of view, let me pull that up real quick. There's our field of view. So we are a little wide, but this is kind of nice because we're able to pick up some larger structures. But let me play with the levels a little bit. Yeah, with the moon being so close, you're not going to be able to get much with this. So let's move on. Now I'm going to slew over to M57, or as my assistant calls it, Space Donut. And there we go. This is just a quick 10-second sub. Let me go a little longer, maybe do a quick stack and see how this comes out. Now, as this is a totally unscheduled, unplanned live stream, I don't even have flats or darks set up or anything right now. So we're just cruising the sky, having fun. Now I'm still doing. This is still just 10-second subs. So let's do a quick live stack with 10-second subs and see if we can get. My colors are way off because I'm actually just shooting in RGB right now. So here, let me play with this a little bit. Yeah, that's not too bad. Now let me go ahead and zoom in on this. So as you can see, I'm a little out of focus because the focus keeps drifting with the Rubinar. It's a lot of mass, so it doesn't take a lot of change in temperature for the focus to drift. But like I said, this is just a little fun stream, so. So granted, this is like 2 minutes in. This is like 2 minutes in, but nothing great. As you can see, we got a bunch of distortion around the edges. That's like I said because I don't have the secondary corrector in the Rubinar right now. That's because I'm running filters. Um, but while that might actually look like I have diffraction spikes, it's not diffraction spikes. The astigmatism is actually this bad, which is a real shame because being able to drop a 1,000 millimeter focal length f10 down to 480 millimeter is kind of nice. Because from what I've seen, most that works out to under uh, 0.5 reduction. I've never seen any images with 0.5 reduction that were actually any good, to be honest. But Again, just playing around. Let's see what else we can get into. There we are. Unfortunately, with the moon being as bright as it is, and as much stuff as we have in the air right now, the glow is horrible. But there we go. Short stack, and that should come in halfway decent for just mucking about. Well, that explains a few things. My tracking was still on lunar. Whoops. Again, nothing great, but let's go ahead and zoom in. As you can see, you can pick up the red stars in the cluster pretty well. I think what I might do is just switch over to a slightly longer sub and see how it comes out.
Skin colored stars.
Well, they're more red, honey, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But
Well,
hold on. Pretty soon. Man, just running an RGB is just really throwing these colors off. Now I'm going to switch over to raw. There we go. That's a little better. What was that?
I see black. I see 3 black ring-like things.
Oh, that's dust. That's dust in the scope right now. Daddy needs to clean. Daddy needs to do some cleaning.
Here.
There we go. That's a bit better.
Here. Telescope.
I'm the scientist of telescopes. No, honey, I'm what's called a kludger. I just kludge stuff. I just throw stuff together. I make stuff work out of miscellaneous parts.
Actually, he makes telescopes, and also
True.
he also makes mini telescopes, which are kid-sized for me. He makes telescopes for me too. And although he looks cool, and he looks cute in every outfit he wears.
Oh, hush. I'm going to turn the mic off before you say too many sweet things. So again, without flats, not much going on. Plus I'm running at max gain, so there's a lot of noise here. So there we are, able to pick up a little bit more, but with the moon out, it does make it a little difficult. But still having fun. And that's kind of what it's about. Having fun and learning things, right?
Right. The cluster looks all steady.
Yes, it does. Just give me a second. I'll work on that. What?
What happens when the sun gets too close to the comet and the stars are hanging out with each other when they're away from the comet, like the fuzzy galaxy hanging out with the stars?
Oh, you're talking about the picture.
Yeah.
Well, when a comet gets close to the sun, the ice on the comet starts to melt, right?
Right.
And turn into a gas. And that gas streams behind the comet because of solar wind.
Okay.
And the sun, the light reflects off the gas in the comet's tail, the gas and dust in the comet's tail, and that's how you see the tail of the comet.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And that's what happens when a comet gets close to the sun.
What happens?
And it looks like I've had the overlay on this entire time. Let me turn the overlay off. This is what I get for just doing a random live stream with no real planning. What was that you said about astronomy?
Astronomy is about how.
Isn't it also about learning things?
It's also about learning new things about astronomy. Because
Yes, about the
astronomy
universe.
story the best. Because what happens if the Earth is close to the comet and the sun, like about this close.
Then we see the sun and the comet. Oh, you're silly. All right, so I'm going to load this profile real quick. Well beyond my imaging skill is well beyond what the Rubinar can pull off, but still fun. So we're about 10 seconds in for what's going to be an insanely bright sub.
Okay, I'm back, folks.
Yeah, let's see how this goes. Okay, let me zoom out a little bit. Looks like I'm blowing out the core a little bit, but it could be worse. Now it looks like we have the galaxy over here near M13. This galaxy here being NGC 6207. It's for urban astronomy. This is a pretty dim pretty dim little guy. This is magnitude 11.6.
I love you.
Love you too. I think this is about all we're going to get on this for the most part, with the moon being out and me not running flats. So I'm going to let's slew over to another target. Let me look for something. We're at target. All right, let me go back to 55 second. So the first, starting the first longer sub now. What we're looking at. This is what we're looking at, folks. Um, it's right in between two nice, pretty often image targets. There we go. Now, over in Stellarium here, hold on a second. Over in Stellarium here, these trees here is what's gone. And then my other neighbor is taking out these trees. So that ought to be pretty nice once that comes out, because that'll open up. I'll be able to hit some of the lower targets in a pinch. Now I tested this profile out, and if the moon's not out, we can actually see. You'd end up starting to see structure here, and of course this guy here, 81, 82. So another famous little one. I have my secondary monitor window set up, so I left the overlay on again. Let me turn that off. And there we go. So yes, I know I have the little one up late, but you know what? Hey, there's no school technically, so why not? I'll just do one more of this and then move on to another target. All right, so I'm in the process of slewing over to another one. And one of the things I've been doing, seeing we had weeks and weeks of clouds and rain, is started doing enclosed ecosystem tanks, aquariums, which was kind of fun. Was able to pick up some various moss and a couple of other things. And hold on a second. Other things, did some sampling from some ponds, some wild snails and stuff like that. And wild little critters. Make a little critter box for the little one. Something that is pretty much self-sustaining, so that short of my daughter doing something horrible, she'll pretty much end up having a little aquarium that she doesn't have to feed or anything like that. And it looks like we got some clouds and a little bit of streaking. Let me clear this. And there were clouds in the forecast. It was just, hey, quick little chance to play around. It's been forever since I've done a live stream. So the first sub should be coming in here in a couple seconds. Hopefully, no clouds. Guys waiting. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. Thanks for watching. Hopefully, when I get a decent night, decent clear night with some stable air, what I'll end up doing is I have a Messier run planned. I'll post some more details about that on my Facebook page. So, like, subscribe, head over to my Facebook page, and pick up some of the details on it. And hopefully, I'll see you there.
Coming up soon.
Oh, did you want to say good night? And thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, and hope you come back next time.
All right. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, you silly.